Hi, this is actually for Teton. Teton, as a product owner at Buca Vista, here's my feedback for you. So, we're taking a look at the Thea Improvement Vision, a game dealer. Okay, so product discovery on today's date. So, your pain points are leading to, yes. Now, this is a pain point discovery hypothesis, okay? I'm going to put that in there because we don't really know what it is at this point. And the idea of a hypothesis is that you need to remain a little bit open minded about what you think is the underlying problem. All right. Now, this is my hypothesis at the moment that it's probably related to language and the let's say overall burden having to interpret, understand, do all the stuff. Okay, so it's a lot to process for any particular owner. Okay, the good news is that a lot of this can actually be simply just kind of derived from some simple Airbnb messages. Airbnb does send messages to hosts when they're failing to upkeep a certain hospitality standard, and they'll usually send an email or stuff. You can do some research on that and find out why. Okay, so yes, this is a pretty good hypothesis too as well. I would highlight that. It could be that the communication is not that it's too rational, but it's just too, it's too sort of utility oriented, right? So it sounds like a legal document, and it doesn't necessarily invoke a sense of what the person needs to do. Um, Feedback is slow, yes. Um, Depends, okay? So the feedback process here might not be slow. This, I would say, is, I'll put this as kind of like a yellow thing. You need to investigate this. And the reason you need to investigate whether the feedback is slow or not is because you have to remember that we are not in the process of actually I don't know. I don't know what you mean by feedback. Okay, so this could be that we are sending reports to people and they're not taking any action on that. Okay, so that is not so much the feedback is slow. That is just because there is no action and there's no expectation of when action should be taken. Okay, yes, this probably is one of the leading issues there. I will agree. I would say that there's probably a no standardized behavior, which is what we probably need to do. We need to lead our partners and tell them what they need to do. Okay. Um, yes, absolutely. I can already agree with that. Important signals are buried, and yes, that is absolutely true. Okay, that's all very very true. Okay. This seems like a pretty good direction to go in. I can't see too many problems with that. Your direction here, I'm going to question at this point, okay? Because it might need co-alignment with the iconography and the actual ranking or whatever symbology that we've already chosen to use. You don't want to create a game where there's two different scoring mechanisms, okay? That makes it very confusing for any of the players. You just kind of want one scoring mechanism, okay? Yes, this is a pretty good structure. This is worthwhile to explore as a potential structure for what we need to do. So that part is pretty cool. Introduce BV point system. No. Okay, definitely not. No, 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 no. You do not want to do this. And the reason you don't want to do this is because this is a secondary control mechanism that it conflicts with the actual ranking system. So that doesn't seem like a very good idea. Okay. Simple universal game rules. Yes, definitely there. Um, Game rules are probably going to be hidden to the player because most games that you play, you probably don't know what the actual scoring mechanisms are entirely. If you think of like, let's say games like Street Fighter or Counter Strike, it's probably not very clear what the point systems are. It's just you see your health go down if you get hit by something, right? So the thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that the behaviors that you're looking to actually trigger are are happening on the rules, but then ultimately we want to control the overall picture by ranking. Okay. Yes, keep messages short. That is definitely something we need to do. Um, okay, that part is important. I'm gonna highlight this in yellow because this could need a little bit of a revision here. And level of impact. I guess this is what you need to talk to Furkan about. Okay. Ultimately, I think you are looking to satisfy some sort of alignment between the leaders of operations and the leaders of the overall culture and the actual work itself. So that I think is pretty important. Okay, hopefully this video is helpful and gets through some of the major points with as much clarity as I can give.